I've got several videos on me building this so far. So I got previous videos on this, several. And so if you haven't seen them, then you'll see it here now. If you have seen them, just bear with me because it's kind of like the same stuff over again. It's just you're seeing it progress a little at a time to get this project finished. Okay, here's the control box, and this is this is how I'm going to control the drone. And it opens up. I kind of redid this whole thing. This is the actual fishing camera box that all the fishing camera parts came in, and it has a monitor, a screen, color screen, and I took the screen out of this side, and originally it was in this side, so when you open this up you can see the screen, and you have your cable and everything you need in here, the camera itself and the cable, a spool, a cable, and you drop this in the water, and it was for fishing, so you can see underwater and see if there's fish down there when you're fishing. And you can also set it up. You can actually put the camera on a fishing line. So if you want to cast out, and then you put the camera has a little wire on the end, so you can see the wire in the camera with a little eyelet. And you can put a fish hook on there and some bait, and you can actually watch the fish take the bait, and then you can set the hook. They use these a lot in ice fishing, where you cut a hole in the ice and then you just drop your line straight down. And but you can look in the water and see if there's fish down there, so you're not wasting your time. If there's no fish down there, you're not going to catch anything. So here's the screen. I put it on this side for a couple of reasons, because these knobs on the controller stick up, and if I had it the other way around, they'd hit the screen. But another good thing that worked out really good for this was the screen now is in this wider side, which shades it from sunlight if I'm out in sunlight using this. And you know, it's like your phone. You look at your smartphone in the sunlight, you can't hardly see the screen because of the sun. So this should help shade it. And so I'll be able to control all of my controls for controlling and running the drone is going to be right here. And I'll actually be able to hold it in my hands like this, look at the screen, and control the motors with my thumbs basically, and drive the ROV like that. Now once I get this all done, and so all I'm going to need is the cable that I just had, Ethernet cable. There's going to be 2 of them, plus the camera cable, so that's 3 cables. And I'm probably going to get one of those corrugated, they're cable holders, so they're a long tube with a slit all the way down the side. It's kind of corrugated. It's flexible tubing. And the reason for that slit is you can put the cable inside the whole length of the tube. And so that'll hold the 3 cables together. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And I hope I can get it in yellow color so you can see it when it's floating in the water. It may not float. The wires probably make it sink. And I may have to put some flotation on it to keep it floating somewhat. I am definitely going to have a little flotation on the wire in the back of the drone so it doesn't pull it down. And but right now I'm just going to go ahead. I have these are, so there's 4 speed controllers, 1 for each motor. I got 4 motors on the drone, so I need 4 speed controllers. So these 2 speed controllers are for the top motors. So one of these is going to be for making the ROV go underwater. So that's the middle top motor. And the other one is going to be for the pitch. So it'll pitch up or down. And that's what the speed controller. And see these knobs, they're stepped. They click, 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 click. So I'm hoping I'll be able to hold the depth and also the pitch. Once I get it set, it'll just stay there. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. I'm not sure. Now what's cool about these is they come with remote controls. So basically the controls I have on here are also on here. So I'm going to mount these remote controls here so I can operate them with my thumb. So there'll be 1 on each side. And then these speed controllers are for the motors in the back to make it go forward and reverse and turn. and they have little throttles on them. So they're like joysticks. So if I want to go forward, I can push this forward, and the motor will spin and make the ROV go forward. And if I want to go in reverse, I can push it back, it'll go in reverse, and it's spring-loaded, so when it's in the center, the motor stops spinning. So there's going to be one for each motor in the back. So I got 2 of these. So I've already started putting these in. I put them in, and then I took them back out because I needed something to attach the joystick to and the remote control to, and I needed one for each side. So I went ahead and used red oak, and so I got it all set in. I had to notch this out because the joysticks have a plug that goes down under the circuit board, this white plug, and so I couldn't just attach it to the board. You know, nothing's easy, and it's always got to be something. So what I did was I had to put a notch in the wood here. I used my Dremel tool to do that. It's in my previous video. And so now I can screw these in and onto the wood, and then the remote control is going to Velcro on here, and the wood screws in through the back of the bottom of this case. So they'll all be secure. And then this part, I'm going to Velcro to the side of these motor controllers here so they fit down inside the box. And so, whoops. Well, that wasn't good. Didn't hurt anything though. So I'm going to have the 3 cables that go to the drone wrapped in a sheath, and then I'm going to need one more cable going to this box, and it's going to be the battery that runs all this, which will be eventually my house battery. I have another battery that come with the another small 12 volt battery that come with this fishing camera. I may use that for testing at first, or maybe use it so this can be portable. I'll probably need a bigger battery if I want to go portable. So it'd have to be, I'd get a lithium, maybe a lithium ion battery or something that'll be small, 12 volt battery, but portable. I won't have room in the case to put the battery, but I might be able to attach it somewhere onto the case or just have it separate. And that way I can take this anywhere I want to go and put it in the water and go look around underwater without getting wet. And so that'll be cool. So, you know, if a friend of mine wants me to look at their zincs on the bottom of their boat, I can walk over or drive over where they're at and check it out for them. So that's what's going to happen. Now, when I get this all set and finished, what I'm planning on doing, it's going to be really cool, is this unit I'll set inside the boat, and I'm going to have another cable attached to it. And it'll be so I can attach to my big flat screen TV inside the boat here. So it's a 42-inch flat screen. It's not real big, but it looks huge inside the boat here. And a really nice flat screen TV. So I'll be able to run the drone from inside the boat and looking on my big flat screen TV, the video, as I'm driving the drone. And then my GoPro will get 4K high quality video, which I can view later. It's not going to be live when I'm driving it. That's why I need the fishing camera. Eventually, they do make 4K underwater cameras. They're pretty expensive, and I just went this route right now. It was cheap, easy. It was already put together. The fishing camera was all set up, so I can just test it, and that way, if it was a failure, I wasn't going to be out a lot of money. So if this works out really good, eventually I'll probably just get a good quality 4K camera on a cable, so I can drive the drone and also get video footage with just one camera on here instead of 2. Okay, so right now I'm just going to go ahead and screw these in, and I might do some Velcroing. I don't know, it's getting late. We'll see how far I get. But at least I want to get these joysticks in here, and maybe get the remote controls Velcroed on, and maybe get these Velcroed down too. So I'm just going to go ahead. I got the screws right here, And I'm just gonna screw them in. Okay, that's it. So those are in now. So now the wood is in. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the joysticks in next. Okay, so I got one joystick in, and here's the speed controller for this joystick. So it's got this big kind of a copper color heat sink on it. I just connect up 2 wires, go from the power supply into here, and then the other 2 wires come out and go to the motor. And so that's how that works. So if I push this forward, so this, when it's up in the center, it's spring loaded, the motor doesn't turn at all. And if I want to go forward, then I just start pushing this forward and the motor starts to spin. And the farther I push it forward, the faster the motor spins, so the faster the ROV moves through the water. And the same thing in reverse. So, and I'll be operating this with my thumbs, so it's real convenient. These are gonna Velcro to the side of these to fit in the box. So they'll Velcro on the sides. And then these will also Velcro into the box. So I can remove them because I still have to drill holes for the cables into the box. So, and this is foam that I had that was originally in the side and had a bunch of dividers to hold the camera, you know, for storage, and the spool of cable. Well, the 4th of July was a couple days ago, so there you go. And yeah, the birds don't like this. They don't like that. But I think that's why I'm hearing a bird squawking over there. So yeah, so now I just got to do the other side. And then the remote controls for these, it's kind of cool that they have a remote control. But so the remote control is going to now Velcro onto the piece of red oak. So it'll go right here. So the controls are going to be right there for my thumbs. So I'll actually be able to control these without touching them and just use the remote control. Or I can adjust it here with this, either way. So I'll find out which works best, but I'll have the option either way. And that's cool. So now let me do the other side. And at least I'll have these in now. So I'm getting closer. Yeah, this is getting exciting now. I think it'll take maybe a couple more videos and then I'll be able to put it in the water and see how it works. Well, that big explosion, that might not have been a firework. Now there's a siren over there. I'll take a look and see what I can see. Might have been something else. Well, I see a policeman over on the other side of the channel, a police car. I'm sure you heard that explosion on the video. It sounded louder than an average firework, and sometimes fireworks can explode pretty loud. And I hear more sirens going over there. So something happened. It's right on the waterfront, it looks like, so it's not on the freeway. I don't think it was a car wreck. I don't think a car wreck would sound like that. It sounded like an explosion, sounded like dynamite. It sounded like more than one stick. It was really, really loud. So I don't know what happened, but I may have to find out in the news. But it sounds to me like something bad must have happened over there. That, or they are just looking for the person that lit off the fireworks because they're illegal in Oakland. And they had a lot of fires in Oakland on the 4th of July, which was a couple days ago. And there's still people lighting off fireworks, but that explosion was really loud. It was real loud. Now, let's see what I did here. And there's more sirens coming. So there's definitely something going on. It probably ain't good. Hopefully no one's hurt, but There's so many sirens going on over there now. It's so I heard 2 sirens, and they pulled up to the location. It sounds like it's right across the channel. If I get off my boat and walk down the dock, I can probably see over there. Now I'm hearing a couple more sirens. So we'll see. If it's something big, it'll be on the news tonight. Both of the joysticks are in now. So these are real solid in here, tight. Everything's real tight down. And so I got the joystick on the other side. And I just need to take some Velcro and Velcro these down. The remote controllers. So one there. And one here. And let's see if I can set these other controllers in and then kind of get them set where they're supposed to go. The center controllers, these big ones, are going to Velcro to the bottom of the case. And these other joystick controllers are going to Velcro to the sides of these bigger controllers so they all fit in the box. Okay, there it is, the control box. 12 volt DC speed controllers. So there's 4 of them in there now. And they're just sitting in. They need to be Velcroed down. And the color monitor. So this turned out really cool. A lot better than I thought it would. And I got tested the motors through the 150-foot cable, and that worked great. So it looks like all of this is going to work. Hopefully. We'll see. This is how this control box is laid out. And all I have to do now is just Velcro in the parts that need to be Velcroed in so they'll stay in and stay put. And I need to drill 2 holes in this case, one for the cable that's going to go to the drone to operate the drone. So that's the 150-foot control cable. There'll be 2 of them, 2 Ethernet cables that are Cat 6A. And so I'll have 16 conductors, 4 twisted pairs, which are 8 conductors for the motors, and 4 twisted pairs for implements that I want to add to the drone, the ROV, which would be one of the main ones I'm going to have is the manipulator arm that will be able to pick stuff up off the bottom of the seabed if I drop something or if I'm like treasure hunting. And then I'm also going to, I think I'm going to attach a metal detector to this, so I'll be able to see, using light, because I can't hear sound, metal detectors make sound, but I'll have to have an LED, one that the brightness will change. So if I go over any metal, the LED will light up, and the closer I get to the object that's metal, the LED will get brighter and brighter. So if there's something in the water, like say maybe a Rolex watch or something, and I go over it with the drone and maybe I can't see it, but get a metal reading, then when the metal detector is directly over the object, the LED will be bright, and I'll be able to see the LED in the camera. So I'll have the LED situated in front of the camera and somewhere in the view of the camera so I can see that. I may also get a little compass that will also be in the view of the camera so I can tell which direction I'm going. I don't have I may be able to add something to also so I'll know the depth of the drone, and that'll be nice to have all that. But that's all future stuff. I'm really thrilled that I was able to make the motors run with 150 feet of cable. I was really worried about line loss with that length of cable. It's 150 feet's a long ways, and even at 7.2 volts on the meter. Now, I probably should have used, I didn't think about this. I should have used my multimeter, which I'll do this later when I start getting this all wired in. I should have measured the voltage going, because I could see the voltage coming out of the voltage power supply that I had sitting here with the numeric numbers on it, and I dialed it up to 7.2 volts, which the motors are rated at. But what I should have done was I should have taken my multimeter and measured the voltage on the cable that's 150 feet long to see what the voltage was there. I'm not sure, but it seemed like it was plenty enough to run this. Now I can run those motors a lot faster because I can crank the power up to 12 volts. So, everything's working great. I think this is all going to work out really nice. So, and it's going to be nice. I don't have to have any relays on here, no battery on here, none of that. The only batteries that are going to be on here is each one of these lights have a lithium ion battery in it, and then my GoPro is going to have a lithium ion battery in it, and those will have to be charged ahead of time before I put it in the water. But it should work great. So, at any rate, if you found this video to be entertaining or helpful, please like and subscribe.